What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. In this video, I'm going to shoot a car alternator with my 300 Remington Ultra Mag, and I'm going to be using two different types of ammo. I have 175 grain LRX hand load, loaded to around 3,400 feet per second, and I have 160 grain steel core AP bullet that I loaded to around 3,600 feet per second. So this is the 175 grain LRX, and here's the 162 grain steel core. And I've actually shot this steel core round at some level 4 body armor. If you want to see that video, I'll leave a link in the top right corner. But just to show you guys the size comparison between these cartridges and a 300 Win Mag. Okay, the 300 Win Mag is all the way on the right, and look at how much longer and beefier the 300 RUM case is compared to the 300 Win Mag. I can hand load a 300 RUM to 5,000 foot-pounds, so a lot of power with the 300 RUM, and actually the water capacity of a 300 RUM case is only 3 grains less than a 338 Lapua. So it has a lot of capacity. And I'm also going to be using some 210 grain solids hand loaded to around 3,200 feet per second. These are flat nose solid copper bullets made by Cutting Edge Bullets based out of Idaho. So this thing is a monster penetrator. So we're going to be shooting at this alternator that I recently replaced on my Toyota Corolla. I've already shot this alternator with 308 M80 ball out of my AR-10s. If you didn't see that video, I'll leave a link in the top right corner. And I've already shot at this alternator with my 300 Win Mag. If you didn't see that video, I'll leave a link in the top right corner. And now I'm going to shoot at this alternator with my 300 RUM with the solid copper Barnes LRX bullets and the steel core M2 AP bullets. So I'm really curious to see what kind of damage the 300 RUM bullets will do, especially the steel core. And just want to show you guys the rifle I'm using for this test. I'm going to be using a suppressor with this test. This is my Silencer Co. Hybrid 46, and it's attached to a custom rifle. I got a 26-inch Krieger barrel here, and a CZ 550 receiver, and a Bell & Carlson stock. I have a Burris XTR2 5-25 power scope. So let's see what happens, guys. Let's see if the 300 RUM can penetrate through a car alternator, and let's see what kind of damage the steel core will do to that alternator. So stay tuned. And for all of my 300 RUM content, check out my 300 RUM playlist. I'll leave a link in the top right corner. There's our hit. Just busted straight through. You can see the exit hole on the other side. Wow. Here's our exit hole. Check that out. Just busted through this aluminum housing like it was nothing, basically. So let's hit it again. This time I'm going to use the 210 grain solids. Let's see what happens. Wow, that's fast. 3162. All right, guys, 300 RUM, 210 grain solid versus alternator. Wow, that really did some damage. Look at all that material missing. That is just insane. Got all this material missing here. I don't even know where I hit, but there's like a huge hole here now. It wasn't there before, and now this whole side is loose. I think I can even take it off. You can actually see the shaft in there, but this whole thing is now, it's all loose now. So wow, that's crazy. We got like some chunk here, looks like a piece of the electrical connection. Wow, just insane. Look at all the debris here. Got chunks of copper here. Look at this, chunks of copper everywhere. Wow, look at that, insane. Got a piece of aluminum. So 300 RUM versus alternator, absolutely insane. Look at that, guys. Just 2 shots and all that damage. Wow. All right, guys, I want to show you what the 300 RUM with the 160 grain steel core hand loads did to this alternator. So this part right here actually separated from the alternator. This little cap here, this little cap actually separated. So our entrance hole was right there. You can see that clean 30 caliber hole. Check that out. You can see some of the copper jacket got scraped off when it penetrated through this metal hub or whatever this thing is. It's like a wheel or something. And you can see the force or the energy bent this whole piece right here. And actually the internal shaft got bent also. Check that out. You can see this part right here. It's not straight anymore. It's a little bit bent. And then that steel core penetrated through this thick metal. And then that steel core penetrated through this thick metal part. I'm not sure what that is. It's like another wheel, but you can see it penetrated through that, and then it went through all that copper wiring. You can see that hole right there. And here's that wheel. Look how thick that metal is. I don't know what function that serves, but it's probably a good 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of metal. And it just went right through. Look at that. Huge difference from the solid copper bullets, the LRX bullets, which did not go straight through like that. So there's the difference between a steel core and a regular bullet. You can see all the copper wiring here got shredded. And I'll show you guys the exit hole here. So it exited out through there. Look at all that copper wiring that got shredded. Just absolutely insane. So it basically came in like this and penetrated through the entire alternator, through all these little metal wheels, penetrated through this metal wheel there, and then penetrated through all of that copper wiring and then exited out. So very impressive stuff, guys. Those steel cores are pretty amazing when you push them to really high velocities. So that's pretty much it for this one, guys. If you want to see more 300 RUM content, check out my 300 RUM playlist. I'll leave a link in the top right corner. And until next time, take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps. Prepare, practice, and persevere.